So good evening and thanks for joining us at 5. I'm David Rose.
And I'm Jamie Tompkins. The crash closed East Marine View Drive for hours, but it is now back open. Investigators say the driver of this black Infiniti was rushed to Providence Hospital. Officers say the passenger in the car was killed. A man at the scene told us the driver of the Infiniti was his son and the passenger was his son-in-law. He says the men were coming home from work when they started racing another driver. The man told us the other driver, who knows the family, called 911 and then called them after the crash. Neighbors were stunned and frustrated by the scene outside their front doors.
Racing is a very big problem on this street. It happens every day, all day, and we just don't have enough patrol around here to control it. We barely can cross the crosswalk without getting hit.
No word yet on any potential charges in the case.
More communities in Washington are seeing a spike in illegal street racing and the dangers surrounding it.
Now, one Senate bill is accelerating to a House committee as lawmakers try to put the brakes on the crime.
Fox 13's Frankie Thompson joining us with those new details on the proposal. Frankie?
David, Jamie, Senate Bill 5606 is one step closer to reaching the governor's desk and potentially becoming new law. The proposal just passed out of the Senate, and the goal is to change the definition of street racing and intensify the consequences for everyone responsible and not just the drivers.
Washington's current law on street racing is only defined as two people competing for speed, but that's not what's happening on the roads. Hundreds of people illegally block streets and intersections in communities statewide as racers compete for dangerous stunts behind the wheel.
Intersection takeovers where cars will block off portions of the intersection and then they're doing burnouts and donuts in the middle of the intersection, and it's extremely dangerous.
Traditional enforcement and arrests aren't making an impact, and how we have to transition and come up with new strategies.
Senate Bill 5606 aims to curb this crime. With the proposal passing the Senate, it's now being considered by the House Civil Rights and Judiciary Committee. State Senator John Lovick is sponsoring this potential change in the law.
Our streets are so unsafe now. I just think people just share a total disregard for our laws. I just really think it's time that we do something. We need to send a strong message to those that are putting others at risk by their reckless behavior.
Reckless behavior that has turned deadly in some cases in Tacoma. Mayor Victoria Woodard says between January and March of 2022 in Pierce County, there were more than 150 intersection takeovers by illegal street racing. Besides the disruption in traffic, the City of Kent Police Chief tells state lawmakers this crime is a breeding place for more crime.
Homicides occur. Shootings where people are hit occur. Armed robberies occur. Felony assaults, attack on law enforcement officers, and illegal gambling, just to name a few, go hand in hand with these events.
The Senate bill suggests a car be impounded for 72 hours for the first offense of illegal street racing. A second offense would require a forfeit of the car after a conviction. Along with holding illegal street racers accountable, the bill also calls out the promoters and organizers of the events, stating any person who knowingly aids and abets racing may be charged and prosecuted as an accomplice.
The proposal also addresses street racing on private roads. It passed the Senate in a 46-1 vote. It's currently before the House committee. Back to you.